Theta Network explained, Theta Network Mainnet 3.0, Tfuel coin, Theta coin. We're gonna review this AMA that the founders did a couple days ago, and we're gonna take a look at what is after Theta Mainnet 3.0 because a lot of us are wondering about that. So thanks to our friend Jared here for shouting out this Mainnet 3.0 AMA because after watching it, it's an hour and 30 minutes long, but it is really interesting, and I'm gonna drop the link in the description and pinned comment below if you want to watch it yourself. Another note, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server yet, then please be sure to check out the pinned comment below for that link to join the Discord server. Anyways, in this AMA, they talked about some things. They really preached NFTs, and I didn't really see the value in NFTs until they talked about how they're gonna work with Ethereum. So I really think that Theta NFTs is gonna be even bigger than I thought, but we're gonna talk about that in this video on top of taking a look at the technicals because right now is a pretty good time to buy. So we're gonna take a look at the technicals to identify the price points that you might wanna buy in at. Alright guys, you know what I'm gonna say. If you haven't already, please be sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Now, let's jump into Theta. Alright, so let's talk about this Mainnet 3.0 update AMA. So one of the questions that was asked concerned CAA, Creative Artists Agency. As a validator, does CAA plan to make NFTs for their celebrities on Theta Drop? Now we gotta know that CAA is one of the top 3 talent agencies alongside UTA, United Talent Agency, and WME, William Morris Endeavor. Now CAA is already an enterprise validator, and they were just hinting in the AMA that there are gonna be celebrity NFT drops on Theta Drop with CAA. I just think they're just hashing out the details and not letting us know, just hinting at it because there's probably some things they couldn't say on the AMA. So I'm gonna drop this article in the pinned comments below, but you can see where they're coming from. Theta sets out to enable video platform clients to earn more revenue and reduce delivery costs. Users are rewarded for sharing bandwidth to help relay video on a peer-to-peer basis. Also has a non-fungible token NFT marketplace called Theta Drop. We believe that blockchain technology and the rise of digital collectible NFTs will bring unprecedented opportunities to our family of storytellers, trendsetters, icons, and thought leaders in the entertainment industry. Michael Yanover, CAA's head of business development, said in a statement. Alright, so let's think about this logically. So now they have both CAA and UTA, United Talent Agency, on board. And the head of ventures at United Talent Agency is one of the advisors for Theta. Both of them manage celebrities basically. So they manage influencers. And how much easier is it to have two agencies that manages influencers to drop NFTs that have value that people already want to push Theta out free PR without costing them a dime? That is pretty ingenious. And I'm always telling you guys that it is not the best product on the market that wins. It is the best marketed product that wins, because if you have the best product but nobody knows about it, who would buy it? But if you have the best marketed product and everybody knows about it, everybody thinks this is the best choice, it's no brainer. They're gonna go for the best marketed product. Other news, Theta is building something else that's cool. They're building an Ethereum adapter. And when that is ready, that means that a lot of Ethereum projects can be ported over to Theta, which is good for me because I am building an Ethereum decentralized application. So they're out to make it much easier to build on Theta. And they're gonna make it easy to port, plug, and play Ethereum apps into Theta without any changes. Let me repeat that again. Without any changes? That's insane because it is super smart for Theta not to fight against Ethereum. They are leveraging Ethereum's dev base. They're not competing against Ethereum because the blockchains, the new blockchains that tries to compete against Ethereum with their loyal developer base, they end up dying. If you're competing against ETH with the community support that they have, it's going to be an uphill battle. But Theta is not doing that. They're instead going to let Solidity developers, who are developers for Ethereum, to port their apps over to Theta with this Ethereum adapter. So after Mainnet 3.0, the focus will be cross-chain integration. How do we make a bridge to Ethereum so Theta is more of a complement rather than a competitor? That's the question they're trying to answer. For 2022, it really looks like the Theta team is really focusing on the ecosystem. Really, how do they bring more benefits to the stakeholders, the enterprise validator nodes, the guardian nodes, the stakers, the developers? How are they going to get more value? How are they going to be more incentivized? That's the main questions that they're trying to answer to build the ecosystem, because they feel that the foundation for Mainnet is pretty stable right now. So they went on in the AMA and talked about Theta in 2030, which, 10 years from now, it's like 1,000 years in crypto. But they talked about live experience on Theta rather than live streaming like what they do on YouTube. Live experience meaning the same experience that you get from going to a concert in Vegas or going to a boxing event, a hockey event, things like that. And they didn't really go into much detail, but I am super curious about what they were thinking about that because, look, we just got stuck at home because of COVID for almost 1.5, 2 years. You know, this kind of event, it's gonna happen again. There's gonna be another pandemic. What are we gonna do then? And that's where my mindset is taking me towards something called augmented reality, virtual reality. That would be massive because the problem with that right now is basically bandwidth. The streaming networks that we have right now cannot handle that bandwidth, but Theta has that bandwidth to make that peer-to-peer distributed network streaming system work. And they talked about fan engagement with NFTs. With NFTs, it'll give people who value being first to get first dibs through NFTs. For example, if a new movie is about to be released, they'll just sell NFTs and the first 1,000 people to get those NFTs get to go and watch that movie. Being first and having rare items have absolutely make no sense to me, but I guess it does for some other people, so you have to wrap your head around that. Like the Mona Lisa, it has no value, but people value it, which gives it value. And if you think about it like this, when you were a kid in the 90s, that means that you've gone through the Yu-Gi-Oh craze, the Pokemon craze. If you remember when the times that the first movies of those two genres, those two animes came out, it was super popular. And how they got kids to go to the movie theaters was they presented them a card. If you go to this movie or you buy this VCR, that's how old I am. I still talk about VCRs. If you used the VCR before, then comment on the comments below, VCR! With a pirate accent. But you know, with the movie theaters enticing kids with cards, which are basically NFTs, that was another monetizable event because that can raise box office sale. It's a collectible for kids and there was demand, and they're doing the same with NFTs in this situation. So what Theta is doing, they're not innovating anymore. They're disrupting. They're like Steve Jobs bringing out the iPhone for the first time because this is completely new. They're being the foundation, and they just mentioned that entertainment is more than live stream now. Gaming is a huge industry that they mentioned that I totally ignored until they mentioned it. I'm like, oh. And then they're talking about live events too. Basically, Theta is extremely early and they're targeting trillions of dollars of markets. Okay guys, I just want to take a quick pause to show you how I learned about cryptos. When I didn't know anything about cryptos, I got started with IM Academy. And there are some people that don't like them, but there's a lot of people that like them. And you can see here on my screen that they have hours upon hours of lives. They actually have the instructor come on a live session with you to teach you about indicators and how to trade and how to read the markets, what coin to look at, things like that. See that for some of the days, they actually have like 3 hours, which is actually most of the days of content of lives with you. And beyond that, if they don't have lives, you can actually go to the instructors and watch their favorite sessions. And you can see that they record their sessions so that you can learn while they're not having a live with you. Then please send me an email at support@coursehack.club and I'll see you in IM Academy. All right, guys, let's take a look at the charts. It's a really boring market, to be honest. So there's really, Bitcoin is flat. It's try to figure out what it wants to do. So all the altcoins follow Bitcoin, and until Bitcoin figures out what to do, these altcoins will follow the same trend. So with that said, we can take a look at Theta and how its prices are working out. So I just threw a fib out here from this point here from February, which is when we really started to explode up to the upside to the highest point. And we can really figure out, it is this 0.5 and 618 zone. This is the zone where buys are pretty much where you want to buy. So between the prices of, let's say 934 and 782, 778. So between these price zones, that is considered a good buy. As you may have noticed, we are $6.53 right now, which means that it is a really good buy. So this is the last point of defense. If we drop down below $5.57, then we could really see a further drop in Theta. I cannot see Theta dropping below $2, $2.74 like what it was back in March. That's just like 3 months ago. You can see how far this Theta came just in 3 months. So I don't see it going back to 883, which is $4.22 or $2. So I think that it's going to hit 557. If Bitcoin decides to keep on dropping, it's probably going to hit 553, 557, and then bounce back up to the upside when Bitcoin finds its level. So right now, I think that Theta is also a really good buy. We'll see where things go. Like I said, everything is dependent on Bitcoin right now. And you see, Bitcoin is kind of in the same zone. Bitcoin is trying to figure out what to do. And until Bitcoin finds its level, Theta, all the other altcoins, they're going to stay where they are. They're going to drop with Bitcoin or they're going to grow with Bitcoin. So once you see Bitcoin starting to go up, you better start buying Theta. Like the founders of Theta said, it's still really early for cryptos, and Theta especially. It's only been this last 6-12 months that institutions started looking at cryptos. Not all cryptos, just Bitcoin and the main ones like Ethereum, ADA, stuff like that. So it's still really, really early. And it being early means that it's the best time to get in. But remember, I gotta throw my disclaimer that I'm not a professional financial advisor. I'm just a YouTuber who is overly interested in crypto. So you gotta do your research. You gotta do your due diligence. If you wanna learn how to do the technical analysis that I did, then you saw my ad in the video. Just give me an email and I'll get back to you. Other than that, if you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, check out these other videos on cryptocurrencies and passive income, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.